I do. Yeah, that was probably one of the best trips I have had in a long time. Yeah, I travel. I like to travel. I will if I have the resources and stuff, like I will always like go and try to like see a new place. The Bali trip was great. We had a week off in Australian League with the Queen's birthday week. They're always like they always have a week off. So me and my friend Marta, we were thinking about where should we go? Maybe Fiji, maybe Bali, maybe somewhere else, maybe Singapore. Like we were thinking about a lot of places, but then all our friends were like, "Well, you should go to Bali if you have a chance. It's cheap there, you know. Like you're gonna have a lot. Like you can go a lot of like do a lot of outside stuff, like a lot of excursions. Yeah, like not that far. Like it was probably still pretty long, like 5.5 or 6 hour plane ride, but it was a straight flight, so it wasn't bad. And so all that, and then yeah, and it was great. We had a good experience with everything. Like we obviously there was if you go there, you have to know certain things like that. You cannot drive with well, not that you cannot, but it's very dangerous to drive with the motorcycles. Yeah, then it's like not good to drink water, like a lot of these things, like, or like when you exchange money, like you have to be very careful. We couple times got like they stole some money from us, you know, but you have to be careful with those things. But you'll never like know until you go and actually try those things, you know. And I think it was a great experience for us. I think Greece was very nice in general. I enjoyed my experience there as much as I could, obviously because of the injury. It was a very hard time for me in general. So in that sense, yeah, like it was very hard. So it's hard in that sense to tell me like, oh, everything was so good. But in general, yeah, it was warm weather. We were by the beach. Like the team is like located in a very good area, so you have a lot of like things to do around. So in that sense, everything was good. Obviously, every team will have some things that maybe you don't like that much and some things that do. And then obviously we were a great like we were supposed to be a very good team. Maybe we didn't perform that well as we wanted to in EuroLeague. So it's always better when you win, right? So maybe if we would won more games, like it would be a little bit better atmosphere like on a team. But it's normal to have this. So in general, I think my experience in Greece was good, and people, even when I did get injured, they took care of me as much as they could, and yeah, I like 4 months, yes, like, and then I went back home, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Um, if it helped, I don't really know. Honestly, I was very bored at home. You know, I was by myself for the most part. the team was obviously busy like playing, and I wasn't able to go to practices really because I didn't have like how to get there really, and I had my like recovery time and rehab time. So yeah, I felt like that's some things that like I could do. I don't know. It's honestly probably not the smartest thing to do when you have this kind of injury. But yeah, I felt like it was also like a way for me to move a little bit more because I just was pretty much sitting in four walls, you know, like just at home and not really doing anything. So yeah, I like it. I like to be on social media, I guess. And not that I like that it takes a lot of time out of me, but I don't know. I guess how, like you said, I feel comfortable doing it, and I want to be even more comfortable because I want to, like, even if I would have a chance, like I would like to post even more and maybe like talk about my days and life. And because I think being as a women's athlete and traveling to all these places, like I feel like it would be interesting for people to see what kind of like the professional athlete's life is. And I think if I could give that like insight a little bit, it would be great. But yeah, I just need to get more out there. But I'm just like for myself, like, oh yeah, this is fun, this is this, and I wish I could do that for someone else, like just being like a little bit explaining like how better, or like how, for example, if I even go to Digna, like maybe that we went to this like coffee place, you know, like, oh, it's a great place, like if you are ever here, come and get some coffee or hot chocolate. It was a perfect hot chocolate, you know, like I don't, you know, I wish I could tell that and people would actually be like, ah, that's cool. You know. I think I know what you, the shooting stars video. My English was so bad. Yeah, it's okay. Mhm. I definitely think that at certain point, yes, but it did like when I was in Greece, like I think I maybe was doing a little bit. Not that I was listening to what my doctors were saying, but when I came back home, like my knee was a little bit swollen and stuff, and my physios and stuff at home said that I have overworked my knee a little bit, so it did set me back. Like I wanted to play already in summer, possibly and stuff, but it did set me back a little bit. But however, I think everything does happen kind of for a reason, and I guess it was the best for me not to do it and not risk another injury maybe coming back too early. So I guess it was good that he kind of like put me back a little bit so I can just be like, okay. But then the summer it was very nice that like there was a couple opportunities for me came along that I could practice. I could practice with these kids also together, which kind of like, I don't know, there's a way when you practice with kids, like they kind of gives you this different energy. Even some people will be like, oh, you're practicing with kids, like, but it's different. Like you learn from them, like, because you see how they're not overthinking stuff, you know, like they're just playing. And I felt like that helped me a lot as well. And I'm grateful that these two coaches, they gave me opportunity. They were like, you will be a great example for kids, and the kids like, and you will be, and I was just coming back. So like they were like, and you will be able to practice, you know, cause I couldn't do still contact and stuff like this. So they're like, and you will be able to do this. And I was like, okay, this is honestly perfect for me. So the whole summer I kind of got into like working with them, and I think it helped me a lot also like mentally, even though the practices were early and stuff. Like it was just like I felt like I'm waking up, I'm doing my basketball, you know, like, and even though like at first too, like I was like, okay, my coach was like, you just do the rehab stuff in the gym, like you do weights and do that stuff, you don't do basketball at all. But then in a second he said that I can do something with basketball. That opportunity came along, and then I kind of started to do both. So again, it was kind of hard again mentally, because I went from like kind of not doing anything to doing kind of a lot. But overall it came out good, I guess. I felt like when I started to play basketball, I was way better than I was just in a weight room, like, because it was just by myself, all the time. Like, even in Greece, like 4 months I was there by myself, then I came back and I'm again by myself, like 3 months, and I'm so used to being with the team. I'm so used to being with other girls. I'm so used to being somebody like pushing you and like encouraging you, and then you're all the time by yourself. Like I said, like I'm grateful for my physios, like in Greece and in Latvia. Like they got through my like bad side too, because I was like sometimes like I come to like work out and I just in a bad mood, because I don't want to, like, I feel like I want to be somewhere else and everybody else is doing what I want and I cannot do it, so I think it was kind of like hard for me, but obviously they did a good job to motivate me. They were like, okay, you will get there. Just it will take time, but it will get there. You will get there. Just work, and then I'm here. So it's good. What do you mean? Again? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yes, that's what I thought you were gonna go to, but I was like, there's no way. Okay, yes, like, okay, I was a very, very good kid with practicing. Like I always thought like I need to go to practice. There was nothing else. I practice is the main thing for me, and then I did this thing when you do 100 practices in a row and you can get like shoes, because my family was not wealthy, like we didn't have a lot of money, so, and my feet was growing fast because I was like growing fast, so my mom would like give me like some running shoes, for practice or whatever. And then there was finally like a possibility to get a basketball shoes. It was like a competition in Latvia, like whoever like gets 100 practices in a row and you had to like get a signature from a coach all the time, then you can get basketball shoes at the end. And I was like so committed and I did it. And afterwards the whole, like I got them my coach brought the shoes to me in a camp, and it was like a 10-day camp. I don't think I took the shoes off. Like they were all the time on my feet. But that's a side story of that, because when me and my sister, we were like, I don't know how to explain, but like we felt so bad if we had to skip one practice. We felt so bad. So me and my sister, so my mom, I think she went to like, yeah, she kind of went. I don't remember. I think it was like probably she worked in school, so probably like an excursion for like teachers or something like that, and she left us some type of money like for a week, so it was like a week worth of money. I think it was like a week, and me and my sister were like, we really do not want to go to practice today. It's like but we have been like, like it's been like 5 practices a week, and then Saturday, Sunday we play. Then we literally went to 4 already, so we're like, if we skip this one practice, well, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. Maybe we could just say we're like sick or not feeling well and like whatever. So we called the coach and we're like, coach, like we really cannot like come to practice, we're feeling bad. She's like, okay, whatever, she doesn't care at all. And we're like, oh, that was not that hard. So then we went to the city and took all the money that we had and just jumped on the trampolines like for like hours. I don't know how long we were there, but we were so happy we can do this. And then for the rest of the week, we just didn't have any money. But I think grandma was living with us, so she would like make food. Not that like we were starving, but like it was just like a pocket money that we could use somewhere else, but we just spent it in one day for trampolines. Yeah. it doesn't even feel like this. I had conversations with coach, not this year but the year before, and I decided to go obviously to Greece, and when I got injured, very early, a coach reached out to me again, and he kind of was very committed to having me on the team again, and I wasn't even running at that point. It was right, I think, when I came home from Greece. So I was like, I'm not even running, like, I don't know. And he was like, no, we have a good physio, we have a good system, we will take care of you. And like, yeah. And he built this trust with me, and I trusted him, and I knew he trusts me with what I can do. So it kind of worked out just perfectly. Like, I was just like, okay, coach, like, if you believe me that like I will come back now, then I believe that I will do good in your team, you know? So, and I really, really like their approach. Like, I like that they didn't like force me to, they didn't force me to anything, you know? Like, they were like, we want you, like, it's your decision obviously, but like, we really want you to be on our team. And at some point I was like, okay, like, I think it's the best for me, like, if I can just focus on my recovery and not think about like, oh, what team I'm gonna go to, you know, like, because this is a good choice for me. The coach trust me, and that was very important for me for this year. The coach trusts me, and I will have that time on the court because I need it. I haven't played for a year, so I was like, I think it will be a good. And me and my agent, obviously, we discussed this a lot, and it wasn't way much longer than I signed the contract, and yeah. hmm Yes, I definitely can. I mean, I like the team, I like the coaches, and I think we're doing a very good job. Like, they're doing a very good job of taking care of me, and with my health. I think this is really like the perfect scenario for me as a player coming off an injury, and I hope this for everyone, that coaches look after you, see that you're not like overworking your knee, like you're working though all the time in the weight room, like you're not doing too much like just playing basketball, because at some point, like, I think you don't realize, you think like, oh, like basketball, well, obviously we all basketball players, we want to play a lot and it's normal, but exactly, and not that much practice right in the season. We practice already in preseason. We don't want to practice in the season that much. But for me, I think it was the best that I'm here, having a lot time to work on my knee. So I think it's perfect, and I think coach is doing a great job with taking care of this. And yeah, I definitely can take. I definitely made a good decision to come here. Um, I don't think it was a surprise. I knew it's a very competitive league, and I like that we go into every game like we don't know what the result of the game is gonna be. So, obviously, some teams are like very good, and some teams like are supposed to not be that good. But like anything, like we're seeing now, like the results are just like up and down. Like one team is winning, one team is like very close, one team is losing. Like, like, and then it's like anything can happen on one day, so I always say this, like, we can beat any team on one day, and that can happen, like, so we have to be prepared to every single game. um what do I miss from home? You mean from Latvia? Probably like just my family, like in general, but I think I was home a lot this summer. Like, I have never, I don't think I have been so long home in a very long time. So I think I'm way better now than I was, for example, like last year or the year before. Because usually I would get home like maybe 2 months or 2.5, 3 months, like maybe. But now I was home for like 6, I think. So I think it was enough for me to like stay there. That I'm here, and like, and now even going home for a national team, it again gave me like a little bit time home. That is again like a reset kind of. Okay, I got home, I got to see my family a little bit, and now I'm again here and I can focus to be here. And so in general, like, yeah, my friends and family, I will always miss them a little bit, like we all do, but it's my job and they working, so you just have to live with it. uh some yeah, you knocked. Very good. Yes. Oh, it's a so basically it's a 2-day celebration. Everything is all like everybody's getting off these days. Well, usually, well, a lot of times we have like games and stuff because nobody really else celebrates this celebration. So, in general, it's a celebration to celebrate the longest day and the shortest night. So you're supposed to not sleep the whole night. Like you have to wait for the sunrise, because if you go to sleep, it's a saying that you will sleep for the rest of the year. So you cannot sleep. You have to eat a lot of like, well, not you have to, but like it's like you eat a lot of cheese. You eat shashiks. It's like or meat stick food, like kind of, it's like a traditional food in Latvia. And yeah, like, and obviously parties and dancing around fire, and then we make the flower crowns. Like it's a thing for girls all to make flower crowns. And then a lot of times, well, if a guy is a very, I don't know how you call it, like nature or whatever, like they will make their own crowns with was it's like, it's this tree. I don't remember the name but from like leaves from this one tree. Like it's like the biggest, and supposedly in Latvia we call it like the strong. Like if we say like a man is like the name of this tree, then he's like very strong. And like so you make crowns with this tree. And but usually if they have girlfriends or wives, they will just make it for them. So then usually it starts with that. Then we go to sauna and swimming in the after sauna, like the cold and kind of hot, like the and then yeah, just it's like a huge party with dancing and all that stuff. Ah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. um I usually, like, I never really ask for gifts and stuff right now. Like I'm just like, if I really need something, I'll just save enough money and like buy it. I don't know if like somebody like thinks about me, like a small thing that I don't know, like a small thing maybe that I like, it doesn't have to be anything like that. I don't know if like a sweet that I really like or something, like, just like something that I know you thought exactly about me when you bought this, then it's very nice. But yeah, right now I'm getting my own gift. Like I'm trying to, I think I'm going to buy a new phone finally, because my phone is so old. Like not so old, but I'm just keep thinking like, okay, like if I want to like invest somewhere money, it has to be my phone. I'm using it a lot, like, and stuff. So that's like, I but also don't know, because my phone works and I don't like to buy things or new things if I have already something that it works. Exactly. So I'm still debating, but that's probably gonna be, if I'm getting a gift, that's gonna be my gift to myself. Um, well, usually before Christmas, we will go with families outside to woods because we have a lot of green areas in Latvia, and like every family is allowed to take one tree from woods. Yeah, but it's supposedly you have to plant afterwards one. But usually but you are allowed to, like, it cannot be in the city, but like if you go like outside the city, like yes, you can like cut one tree. So yeah, usually me and my family, like, we would do that. Like we would go get a tree. Well, not right now. I haven't actually been home for Christmas in like 6 years, probably. Maybe this might be the 7th year that I'm not gonna be home. Exactly. So it's very hard. And when I was in America, obviously, like, it's so hard to travel back and forth. And yeah, so, but when I was younger, we did that. And then we always will, there's always going to be like presents, obviously, under the tree. And then you have to, before you get the present, you have to like tell a poem or like sing a song or yeah, anything, but like you cannot get a gift just like that. Like that's what that was. Yeah, that was weird for me in America when I went with my friends. Like they just give the gifts out, and I'm like, wait, you have to like do something to get the gift. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. uh Honestly, there is a story actually behind this, and when I was a kid, me and my sister, we went to hospital for quite a while. Like my sister was there for like 3 months. She has like like at the end, like she already had like a mild tuberculosis, and I had like it was just from coughing and stuff, like, so we had very bad lungs like at that time, and we had to stay in hospital for a long time. And my grandpa, he was working in hospitals, and he kept bringing us marzipan. And at that time, honestly, I'll tell you, and even for Christmas, he would always get us marzipan, always. And me and my sister, we would have ate so much of this that we did not like it. Like we, like literally everywhere in the house. Like it was so funny because me and my sister, we remember we couldn't just throw it out or give it to our parents, but we would just take little pieces and we would throw it, for example, behind the bed or behind the like closet, or like just hide it somewhere. Like, and we were like, why did we do that? We just couldn't throw it out if we didn't want it. But it's a funny thing. But then like in the hospital, he would always bring this to us, like the marzipan, but he would tell it to us because there was a lot of kids around. It was a kids hospital, so he would always tell us like it's a cough medicine. So like so other kids wouldn't be like jealous that he's bringing us this. So he would be like, this is a cough medicine. This is a cough medicine. So he would give it to us, and then I think at that time already we didn't really like it, but it I always liked it. I just felt like I eat it so much because of my grandpa, like that it was like too much. And now lately, well, not lately, I always liked marzipan, and like I will have it once in a while. But lately something has happened to me that I just like I crave marzipan so bad. Like every time, like, and I start to eat it before games, and now now it's like a thing for me. Like I'll have like a marzipan before games, and I don't know. I always like, even last year when I was in Greece, I was having something sweet before games. I think it just, I don't know, some energy, or like I just want to feel good, and like sweets makes me feel good. So, and then now it's just marzipan. From Latvia. Yes. Well, I did. I always like to bring something from home when I go home. So like when I just came here, I brought something, and then now when I left, I came back and I brought some sweets. I just think like we have some, every country has some different things there. So I like that my friends here can taste and see, and I grew up with these things and I love it. So I want to see if they would actually like it or not. So that's interesting for me too, to see if they like it or not. Yeah. To eat meat. We did. Actually, no, but I wouldn't like mind to do it because I don't know what it is, but sometimes like, okay, I don't know how it started. I don't think I remember how it started, but I think when we went to tournaments, like my mom and I think other girls, maybe parents, like they didn't want us to like give that much money for us to like buy food, so they would give us like some food with us, like just so they know already what we're gonna eat, and so they don't have to give us that much money and whatever. So then my mom started to like when we would go home, like when we would be home, she would just buy like this kind of like, it's not a chicken, it's a chick, kind of like a chick meat, like I don't know, but it's very good, like it's kind of smoked, like very like juicy, like I don't know, it's just very good meat. And then I was like telling to my mom, like, I want this to go on a trip, you know? And then I don't know why, in the middle of the night, we just all were like, I want something to eat. And we just started to cut up this like chick meat and like just eating it. And we were so like, I think we were maybe hungry. I don't know. But then it came like kind of a tradition. Like we always had that meat with us. And then we always ate it. Those were good times. Like I'm just like, when I think about what we did, like even, yeah, we had like, so there was, I don't, maybe you know this One Direction, this group. Yeah. So when they just got popular, they, every time there was this, like it's like a kids newspaper kind of, but they, every week or every month they had a new guy from that group in that, and like they had like a poster, so you can take the poster out, like it's like a 2-page poster hanging. And every single tournament, one of us, like, or like one of the girls who had like subscribed this journal would bring the guy, and we would just put it on our doors or whatever, and we to take pictures and just do whatever. Like it was just, we would make like anything just to make our lives more funny or like anything, and then we would like sing all their songs, and it was yeah, it was a lot. Aw. Aw. Yeah, it's true. We did a lot of weird stuff, but it kind of made sense at that time. Mm, mm. Um, yeah, that's actually, it's a pretty hard question because I feel like we never know really where our characters come from, and I think definitely a lot my family like has built that in me. Like maybe there's like a lot of like, there's a lot of times like we have like our obstacles in life, and everybody has them, and like how you grow up, and it's never like the easiest or the best way to grow up. But I think a lot of that was affect to my sister, like because she always took care of me, and I kind of never had to worry about the things that happen on a side. Like I felt like, yes, like there's a lot going on, maybe with my family or in my life or anything, but she kind of like took it on herself and took care of all the stuff, and I felt like I never really had to worry about it. So I would be very thankful for her or that. That's why I kind of like, I am a person that like, maybe not that I don't worry too much, but I always like think that, okay, like I just have to be the best version of myself, and I like not like I can't do anything bad or nothing that bad will happen to me maybe, and I think that's a lot of it's coming maybe from my sister, because she did like all that maybe bad stuff that happened, like maybe she took on herself, and I feel like I feel thankful for her, and like maybe like I think that's possibly one, but also like obviously my family, when they raised me, and everybody was taking care of me, obviously. So I think a lot of that is on my family. But yeah, my friends and stuff when I was growing up, like also like I felt like everything that happens, but I feel like for everyone should be like this, like that all the bad things that happen, like you cannot think it's your fault, or you cannot think it's just something you maybe cannot affect that much. And when you realize that, I think it's easier to kind of like, I don't know, get over the bad stuff and just try to be the best version of yourself. And then what else can you affect? Nothing really. So it's yeah, you just have to live and learn from the mistakes, and then try to do better next time. And yeah, and I feel like if I'm with my family or friends or anyone, I don't want them to feel bad around me, so I will always try to do my best. And then if I make a mistake, hopefully next time maybe we can talk about it, and next time I don't make it. And yeah, so mm, I mean, I guess that happens. Like to me, I don't know for the specific place or reason, but yeah, I have done that a couple of times, like for people if they need it or anything. But it's nothing like, oh, maybe I think I know what you mean. Probably like this summer, I was going to a lot of kids talking about like basketball in general, basketball and women's basketball, and trying to motivate them maybe to stay in sports and just be healthy, and that basketball is not just about especially for kids, it's not just about being a professional athlete or being the best basketball player. It's about just being with your friends, being healthy. You're doing sports during the day. Obviously, you're gonna make your health better. You're gonna make friends. You're gonna be socially more comfortable, and I think all those things can impact your life in the future. If I wouldn't have basketball, I don't know what kind of person I would be now, because even when I was growing up, like all my friends that went to basketball, like now they don't maybe play basketball, but they're still so open and like able to like communicate to everyone, and like have I have really like so many different types of friends now. Like that girl that we're talking about, like about that she couldn't even fall asleep at night, like she's like actor now, like a star, like like she's very confident, like and then I have another friend in the same group like that is a doctor now, and like all like we're like so different in general, but we kind of come out of the same place, and like I feel like when basketball is also challenging you, so like when you get over those like challenges, you're a stronger person, so you probably can get over those obstacles when they come in your life if even when you're studying, some people will like drop out because they cannot finish like some work and whatever, but you're gonna, because you're being an athlete and being competitive, you want to finish it, you want to stay on the top of the class and just be the best that you can be. And I think that helps too. So yeah, so I think that for the kids, for me it was like, okay, I can give them just so much, I'm not like no rich person that like like I'm just like a girl that plays basketball, that's what I would say. Like, and if I can motivate them to be better versions of themselves, like I want to do that. um Honestly, everything that probably will be outdoors. Like, I think if I can be outside doing like, and I usually, well, I'm good by myself as well. Obviously, I live by myself, and like and I'm fine, and I love to be with people, but like I sometimes like I feel like I need space too, my own space, and then like I feel like anything like going to a walk, riding a bike, just even going for a coffee out and just sitting like in the sun, like somewhere like that would probably be like something that brings me happiness as well. But if we think like about bigger things, probably like, yeah, like if I can help somebody, like, or if I can do something for someone that is like, okay, they're struggling with something or they need to talk to someone and I can be there for them. And definitely, like, obviously, I don't want anybody to be struggling, but if I can help them to feel better, like, that definitely will make me feel better as well. But I think that's for everyone. I feel like just being a good person is something that should bring you, like, happiness, like, and you could grow a lot out of it and learn a lot out of it. And you, even when these things happen, actually, like when you talk to people and you hear their stories and hear where they're coming from, I think you understand that like we all go through some stuff, and like how people how do you say, like, go about these things, like you learn a lot from it too. And I think that's one way also how you can afterwards go about your life. You're like, okay, like I heard that this person went like that happened and they did this, like, so maybe it's the best way like to go about this situation. Or maybe you need to hear the advice that they want to give you, like, or you need to hear maybe even if you think it's a wrong advice, like maybe it's good to hear it, because then you know that maybe, or maybe if they made a mistake and they saying that to you, you know that next time when you have the situation, you shouldn't do it. And also, I don't know, I'm going all the time around like in circles, but I think just communicating, like communicating about anything with anyone can bring you some type of like like, I don't know how do you, like, not a closure, but like an learning experience that you can afterwards use in your life. So I don't think anybody should be like a closed person, even though like it's obviously not in our, sometimes it's not in our nature to be open and talking about stuff, but it's very nice if you can, or if you can step a little bit outside that comfort zone, at least a little bit every day, and like just try to be better about it. And then you will see that like a lot of things will open up, and you will see the little things differently. Okay, I went in circles. Mm. Yeah. I wish, but no, I think right now, like I'm not. I've been trying to learn this to myself as well, because obviously it is hard when, like, I'm almost, or like at that age when like a lot of my friends are getting married, having kids and everything, and I'm so happy for them. And it takes a lot, like, from any person that is like single or in an whatever, like not in a set relationship. I think it's a little bit hard to see these things happening around and thinking like why it is not happening to you. But learning, and again talking to a lot of my other friends, and talking to even to my teammates, like, and seeing how they're like going about these, because not everybody has it, and like we try to tell ourselves like, no, everyone is having this and I'm the only one who is struggling, but it's not like that, and it's not a struggle. Like, I just think it comes when it comes, and it will come to me at some point. I haven't found the right person yet. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I think I'm not really looking also for anything. I'm just I think when it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And I actually, this summer, I learned a lot about it from the coaches that I was with, because sometimes I would go into it, I would be like, "Ugh, like, there's no way, like, all these people, all, like, I'm going to this wedding and this, and then these people are having kids, like," and they're like, just don't rush it. Like, don't rush it. Like, when it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen so fast that you're gonna you're gonna think like, oh, why didn't I do this when I was alone? Why didn't I do this when I was alone? Like, so I'm just trying to like live my life the best I can, and like enjoying my life, taking care of myself. Like, I really, like, I think right now, like in the last 2 years, like I've been learning a lot, especially with all this also injury and stuff. I've been learning so much about myself, even, that I'm like, I don't even know if I am ready for it, to give that to somebody else, that like I don't even know myself fully, so, but I believe it, whenever it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And yeah. Yeah. Definitely, definitely would be one thing that I would definitely in my life, I want to return to EuroLeague. I had a good experience playing with Olympiacos and playing with the best teams in Europe. I really liked it. I don't know if I'm ready yet, or when it will come, but I definitely want to play Europe, for sure. But I also am enjoying the experience here. So depending on how the season ends, like anything can like maybe be in my head, like where I want to go or what I want to do. Because honestly, last year playing two games a week is very hard, and obviously practicing is hard also. But like practicing a lot than playing one game, but it's very, very different hard. Like with the playing 2 games a week, you have to travel a lot. You're not even having time for yourself to rest. Like, it's kind of like you're all the time on the road, all the time in the games, all the time. Like, you, like, in some sense, like in the games, like it's good, like you play, but then like you don't even realize like how like tired your body is and everything. So now, like, I'm actually thinking like this is the first time in a long time I'm doing this, that I'm playing 1 game a week. And honestly, I like it, I enjoy it. And I don't know how it's gonna, or when I'm gonna be ready to return to like also playing 2 games a week, because it will happen when it happens. It happens. But right now, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just I'm having my time here, and I want to play as good as I can. And I know coach cares about me, and he will make sure that I'm getting better every game and trying to get me better as a player in practices. And I appreciate that from him because he really does that to me. And I just right now there's no point of me like thinking about when I'm gonna go somewhere else or where I'm gonna go, but for sure at some point I would like to play at the highest level, which I think is EuroLeague. And hopefully at some point, as I said already, like maybe WNBA, just to try. I want to try a lot of new things, so that would be another thing that I would like to go and just try it out. Maybe maybe light shines to my way and I get the spot. Mhm. Oh. Hmm. Indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.